We started off with quadratic equations, and today we are now finishing the topic on quadratic equations, and we're going on to simultaneous equations and inequalities. Now we all know these are two major concepts in grade 11 and 12 that you need to know. So please, boys and girls, let's get cracking without any further delay. We don't have much time. We need to jam pack. We need to pack in as much content as we can in the show so that you, the viewer, can be prepared for that exam. Let's get started with simultaneous equations. Now, boys and girls, the question in the exam will simply say solve for x and y. I'm only going to do two examples. I'm going to do one easy example and one exam type question. We're starting with simultaneous equations. The question in the exam says solve for x and y. This is what the question would be. Let's start off with one. We say x plus y is equal to 2x squared plus y squared is equal to 52. Now, boys and girls, we have two equations. We've got two unknowns. We've got an x and we've got a y. We need to solve simultaneously. It's the same x and the same y. We need to find its solution. Now, where do we begin? In our answer, you go and you name the first one equation number 1. You label the second equation equation number 2. You always start, and listen to me and listen carefully, you always start with the equation where the power or where the exponent is 1. So we're going to start in equation number 1, and we can put it in terms of x or y, wherever the coefficient also is 1, because it will make it easier. The minute you start off where there's an equation where there's a coefficient of 2, you're going to have to divide everything by 2. You're going to be working with fractions. We want to avoid working with fractions. So in which equation are we going to start here? We're going to start with equation number 1. Now, for those of you who are advanced and who know it already, you can immediately start going. As I am talking, you can already start working. You'll already see exactly what the final solution is going to be. Let's get started. So we start in equation number 1, and we say x is equal to, we take the plus y, on the other side we get 2 minus y. If you want to, you can call it equation number 3. We now say substitute, we were working in equation number 1, we're now going to go into equation number 2. So now substitute 2 minus y for every x in equation number 2. So what does equation number 2 look like? X squared plus y squared is equal to 52. For every x, we're now going to put in 2 minus y. For every x, we're now going to put in 2 minus y. We've got 2 minus y squared plus y squared is equal to 52. Let's now remove the brackets. So we've got 2 squared, 4. Multiply the 2 inside the brackets and times it by 2. We get minus 4y plus y squared. Remember, we're squaring a binomial. Plus y squared minus 52 is equal to 0. What do I have? Collect your like terms. Y squared plus y squared, 2y squared minus 4y, 4 minus 52 minus 48 is equal to 0. What do we notice? That is a quadratic equation. We now divide everything by 2. So we say y squared minus 2y minus 24 is equal to 0. At this stage we realize that it is a perfect trinomial. Now this is your checkpoint. The minute you get to a point here, your quadratic equation, and you can see it's a perfect, that you've got the factors of 24 that will give you a 2. You know you're right. You don't need to go back and check whether your calculation or whether removing your brackets or your algebra was correct. So now let's factorize that. We're now solving for y. Remember, we must get 2 y solutions and we must get 2 x solutions. Your highest power of your unknown will tell you how many solutions you're going to have. So how many y solutions must I have? 2. How many x solutions must I have? 2. So y. At this point you should know how to factorize. What are your factors of 24 to give you a 2? 6 and 4. Minus plus. Y minus 6 equals to 0, or y plus 4 equals to 0, y is equal to plus 6, or y is equal to negative 4. There we go. We have now solved for y. Have we solved for x? Not yet. Let's now go and solve for x. Now you'll continue working down. I'm just going to move on to the side because we don't have enough space here. So now, we're now going to go to the side. We're now going to say our first solution, substitute 6 for y in equation number 3. You could have put it in equation 1, but equation number 3 is easier. So we say substitute 6 for y in equation number 3. That's your first x solution. X is equal to 2 minus y. Or your second solution, substitute, what's your next value? Substitute negative 4 for y in equation number 3. Equation number 3, x is equal to 2 minus y. Now all you do is you substitute the 6 for y, x is equal to 2 minus 6, x is equal to 2 minus 6, negative 4, or x is equal to 2 minus minus 4. So x is equal to 2. Negative times a negative is a positive, 2 plus 4, x is equal to 6. There we go, boys and girls. You've got your 2y solutions, you've got your 2x solutions. Okay, so take this problem down, take down the memo, make sure that you go through it step by step. You start with the one equation where the power is 1, put it in terms of x and y, substitute it into your next equation, get your other solutions, take each of those solutions, put it back on the top, and you will get your, it's a lot of work, but it's easy. It's very, very easy. Unfortunately, there's no other shortcuts to this. Okay, so let's go on to, now that you've taken this one down, let's go on to another, let's pick up the pace and let's go one level higher. So the next question is the last one that we're going to be doing in simultaneous equations before we actually go on to our next topic, which is inequalities. Okay, so boys and girls, hope you guys have all taken this down.